So we're going to talk about our next subject, and our next subject is Ted Lasso season 3. Multiple seasons happening with all these different shows, but Ted Lasso is one of those shows where I'm really excited about it. I watched the first 2 seasons, and they were great, and I'm really pissed about Nate, and I think that little bitch needs to go down, and I hope that they take his ass down this next season, but we'll see what happens with that. But Hunt, who plays Coach Beard, had a statement about where they're at and where the show's going into season 3.
We are writing an ending for this 3-chunk portion that we have always seen, but it's not like Thanos is in it and half of us die. Most of us. Anyway, we will probably still be alive, so I don't think leaving out anything is anything to worry about. I'm sorry. It's just a matter of whether or not we pick this up in some other way and when.
Yeah, and the thing too that came out was when the cast signed the new deals with significant pay bumps ahead of production on season 3, they included options for future seasons, even though they keep saying that this is the last season. So, the fact that Coach Beard said that means, of course, that's how it works in this town. If it does really well, pull my arm, I'll come back to work, So I feel like this will wrap this up. They made a 3-season arc. That happens a lot of times. And however it ends, we'll see where they can go for the next season. I do love this show. And they put out a picture of Nate and Ted Lasso like face to face. And in the background is her ex-husband, who all I would think about is Niles from Buffy the Vampire Slayer when I see him. Or Giles. Niles? No, Giles. Giles. I knew I was close. Yeah, Giles. That's what I know him as whenever I see him. Or Repo, the genetic opera, wherever you ever saw that before. He's like stealing people's organs and singing. That's what I think of when I see him. But he's still a great actor. But anyways, season 3. So there's a lot to discuss in season 3 because now you're going into Nate's stab Ted Lasso in the back. He's going with Giles' team. And now it's going to be like head to head. And I feel like we have to have I'm going to call him Giles. I'm going to call him. And I feel like we have to have maybe Ted Lasso bring him back to the light from the dark side. I don't know. We'll see. Sabrina, you saw this. They didn't give us much. They're saying it's coming out in the spring, so they're not giving us an official release date, but we know it's coming this year, which means they're probably wrapping up post-production. Filming's done. So are you excited by just seeing a picture of it and hearing that it's coming soon? Does that make you excited about season 3? And also the idea that there might be more.
I have been waiting for season 3. It's been a really, really, really long time since season 2 ended. And I'm super bummed because it's one of my favorite shows of all time. It's about a soccer team, by the way, or like a coach who used to coach football going to England to coach a soccer team.
Football. Hey.
Well, it's soccer in America, and we live in America, and we're in America right now, so it's soccer. But an American football coach goes to coach football or soccer, whatever. And it's at first I was like, I had zero interest in watching it. I was like, this seems so dumb. I don't like soccer in real life. Like, so and I love sports. I do not want to see the World Cup. I don't give a crap about soccer. So I had zero interest in watching it. Brian actually kind of forced me to watch it. And I'm very glad that he did because it is literally one of my favorite shows of all time. It's amazing. Jason Sudeikis is amazing. Hannah Waddingham is amazing.
Oh, she's so great.
Juno Temple is amazing. It's really, really a great cast and they work so well together. The writing is great. It's one literally if you watch any show this year that you haven't watched, make it be Ted Lasso over Yellow Jackets. And that's actually very difficult for me to say. Ted Lasso is better than Yellow Jackets.
Bam, dropping that mic.
Very close, but better.
I mean, I've only seen bits and pieces of Yellow Jackets, so I mean, I automatically lean towards Ted Lasso. Just the heart and the soul of it, and the idea of like Ted Lasso is such a kind-hearted human being, and he came at a time when we were coming off of COVID, where people were like, "Let's just care about people a little bit more." That's a crazy concept. And that's what his character does. And it just really makes you smile a lot and makes you happy. Lynn, have you seen Ted Lasso? Are you a fan? And are you excited about season 3 coming soon?
So I have not, which is so weird because, like I say, I binge a lot of TV and I have not watched that one either. And the funny thing is, Sabrina, right? This is what I hear though. So two of my friends we got together with for dinner the other night, and they said exactly what you just said to Sabrina. They were like, watch this. And then they're like, no, but you have to. It's like the most heartwarming thing ever. But they do it so well, and it's not even cheesy. You just feel so good, but it's like, But like, man, I'm having a hard time getting over that hurdle because it's about sports. And I don't know if this is okay to say. I am not a big Jason Sudeikis fan, just in general. But like, it's not. But apparently, it's amazing. So maybe I should give him another chance.
Have you seen him dance? Yeah. Have you seen him dance on SNL?
Where he's doing some dance. What up with that? I've seen him do it on Always Sunny.
He's like, I can't even do it, but it's really good. But if you're not a big fan of,
he leaps out from nowhere in a full-on tracksuit and does like 90s dance moves, like the Running Man, the Cabbage Patch. He does this type of thing a lot. Like, and it's during that "What Up with That" sketch that what's his name?
What up with that?
Kenan Thompson.
Kenan, yeah.
Yeah, so he's the singer, and then they have everyone's like, "Ooh, baby, what up with that?" So he jumps out.
He's the best
and
part
does
of it, though.
These dance moves, and that's like literally that was my favorite thing that he's ever done until Ted Lasso. Like honestly, I was just watching him, and during COVID he did it. He did a guest spot on it. It was like it was obviously green screen. They were putting him over the thing. It was hilarious. I watched it 35 times.
But Lynn, if you didn't like him and other stuff, I mean, he is kind of very similar in a lot of stuff that he does, especially coming from SNL. He kind of plays the same. You get what you get. You get him most of the time.
Yeah.
But this was actually like a sketch that he did on like a sports show. He just came on and played this character like 8 years ago, and then him and Beard wrote this show, and it's the heart of it, and like he kind of has like a southern twang to him a little bit or something, and and it's just like it's a different kind of character for him. It really is. It's not your typical Sudeikis. That's all I'm saying. So also, you just got to give him a chance. Got to give him a chance.
It's a huge ensemble cast. They are all equally amazing. Like all of them.
Yeah.
Even the guy that he was talking about, Nate, before he turned heel, he was one of my favorite characters. Like they are all so good. The women are strong. The men are strong. All of the players are great. Like anyone that they choose to like delve into their character, they're great. And everyone, like the boss hates him at first, and he's killing her with kindness. And it's literally amazing. Everyone has this like built relationship, and you watch it happen, so you're invested in it. You know what I mean? And like every single person on the show, there's not one bad egg on that show. Honestly, the acting is superb. The casting. If I ever was producing something big, I would get whoever casted that show to come on board and cast my show, because it is like literally flawless.
And like even like we were talking about Nate, and you kind of got some spoilers in a way if you've seen the show. But Nate, like, he starts off as a towel boy. That's what it is. And Sudeikis' character gives him a chance and like really gives him his whole career. Then he stabs him in the back pretty much. Yeah. So like the buildup for that is like so brutal. That's why I said Nate needs to go. That's all I'm saying. Nate needs to go. And he does a great job acting in it. Roy Kent is one of my favorite parts in the whole show.
Oh, yes.
And the guy who plays Roy Kent, he was a writer, and he was right on the show, and he like randomly like recorded something auditioning for it, and he sent it in. And so it wasn't even like a favor. He just like sent in the rest of auditions, and they loved it. They're like, okay, that'll do. They told him that'll do. And then they cast him, and he's perfect. He
really is. I can't believe I forgot about him. He is amazing.
Yeah.
Did he write it for himself? He's like, here's a role for me. Like,
I think that, yeah, a little bit. I think he's got this like gruesome like kind of attitude, and he mumbles a lot, and he says fuck a lot. So
is he Tim Allen, but he swears. Like, what was that?
Yes, he's swearing Tim Allen. Fuck.
Not at all.
No. He's much more badass than Tim Allen. You'll never see Roy Kent being Santa Claus. That's all I'm saying. And if you do, you're going to be laughing your ass off because it's going to look so uncomfortable, and he's going to be pissed off and swearing at kids.
Yeah.
Because he swears at a lot of kids in the show, and it's actually awesome. Swearing at kids is fun. I'm sorry, it just is.
I agree.
It's hilarious.
Why don't we swear at more children? I'm going to go see my neighbors right now.
Sounds like a movement.
Right?
Everybody, do one swear word to your kids tonight. Just do it. See what happens,
They'll thank you.
But anyways, Ted Lasso season 3 is coming, everybody, this spring. Are you excited about it? I bet you are if you're a fan. It's up for a lot of awards every award season. I really hope this isn't the last season, but I know they're going to bring us some gold, and I hope more good stuff's going to come. Never say never in Hollywood because things change. That's all I'm saying. All right, we're going to move on.
Can I ask one important question first?
Oh, yeah. Lynn, get in there. What do you got?
Is anyone murdered in Ted Lasso?
See, that should be, there should be a murder. We should tie this together. I'm trying to think.
Someone dies. There's a funeral, but
there is a funeral. Yeah, but it's not a murder. Yeah, there is a funeral, which is a great episode actually.
Father.
But
not a murder.
Yeah, I'll make up a side plot in my head.
Season 3 will be the first murder. Maybe season 3, Nate gets murdered.
Let's murder Nate.
Yes.
And then we'll be
Let's
cool.
murder Nate. And then everybody will be happy. Honestly, it'll be the best finale. People will be cheering. People will be happy. They'd be crying tears of joy. I'm saying it could be a good thing. Think about it, Showtime. Just think about it. Apple TV Plus.
Showtime,
What is
Apple TV.
Apple TV Plus. Think about it. Think about it. I got Showtime. I got Showtime on my mind. Think about it. That's all I'm saying. Lynn looks disappointed there were no murders. Yeah, she does look disappointed there were no murders. But you know what? There can't be murders everywhere, but it is a kind of ongoing theme tonight.